when you're behind the wheel your first time, oh man, you excited.
I was like, woo! Matt's about to go driving in a car in the summertime. I was so excited.
You about to go to your friend's house. You might pull up on a girl.
It is a monumental moment that you'll never forget.
This is my first and last time behind the wheel. My first time was a scared straight program. My dad's like, cool, since you got your learner's permit, we're gonna take you on a little drive. And I was like, okay, little drive, awesome. This little drive ends up being a 10-mile drive to the mall. And it was a stick shift too. I was freaking out at probably driving in third wheel when I'm not supposed to. I still don't know what these things mean. We're driving on 5-lane roads going onto the freeway. So I'm freaking out about that. Then while I'm on the freeway, I'm going 20 miles per hour, in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. Everyone's beeping and honking at me. People are yelling out the window. After the 50th honk, you're like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm more welcome in the moped community. I literally have not been behind the wheel since then.
My first time behind the wheel, I had just gotten my license. I was super excited. It was the summertime. I get in the car, I lean the seat back, I'm cranking up the tunes. I'm looking around at all the girls walking down the street. I'm having a great time. All of a sudden, I hear and I'm like, what was that horrible noise? I get out, I come around the car. It looked as if the Hulk had taken a knife, stabbed the right side of the car, and dragged it down the entire length of my father's car. What had happened was, I had smashed into a double-parked truck that was delivering food to a supermarket. My dad was livid. And I still to this day have never been able to use one of his cars ever again.
My mom had told me for a while, the summer that you're 12, you can drive down the driveway, but not really. She positioned by the garage our car facing outwards towards the street. It was the suburbs, and you got these very long driveways. And she had her hand on the emergency brake the whole time, and I wasn't allowed to put my foot on the gas. I just was supposed to put it in drive and release the brake. And so we just very slowly just went to the end of the driveway, and then I braked, and I put it in park, and that was the first time I ever, drove a car.
The first car I ever drove, it was a Grand Mercury. Oh, it was a Grand Marquis. How they call it?
In 1997, Toyota RAV4, call it the RAD4.
I think it was either 98 or 99 Toyota Avalon, and we had lime green Super Mario dice hanging in the rearview mirror.
We're in my dad's used car. This is a hoopty. One of my dad's old cars literally just burst into flames while we were inside it.
The very first time I was behind the wheel without my parents was actually my first driving exam, and I was asked to parallel park. I started to do all the things that I thought I was supposed to do, and I heard chuckling coming from the driving instructor. I think I hit a cone.
I was 14. My mama had me when she was 45, so my mama was old, so she used to take a lot of naps. So one time she took a nap, a real heavy one. So I politely took her keys without asking her, cranked the car and put it in reverse, and I was riding. I was just riding around the neighborhood, just riding. I'm 14, go to the park. Meet me, what's up, what? You know what I'm saying? Might see the police, might put the car in park. You know what I'm saying? I see the police, I lean back. Because I ain't supposed to be in the car. They ride off, I get back. I even hit somebody who was in their car. They was parked. I backed up, hit their car. Boom. I was like, oh, snap. Put it in drive, rolled past them. They was like, hey. I was like, hey, I can't stop. When I pulled back up to the house, guess who's standing outside? My mama in her nightgown.
I failed my driver's test because I didn't know that you're supposed to look over your shoulder every time you do a 3-point turn. Does that big old failure stick with me? No, because luckily, I never look back.
If it's your first time driving, my advice would be don't go on the highway, find a nice parking lot, preferably a newer modeled car that's not predisposed to explosion.
If I could go back and do something differently, I wouldn't have crashed into a truck. What do you mean? That's a horrible question.